Okay, in this video I want to do a short overview, and it will be short, on adverbs. And as we've said before, adverbs modify, really they modify everything except nouns and pronouns. Okay, so they can modify verbs, they can modify adjectives, they can modify other adverbs, they can modify conjunctions, they can modify prepositions, they can modify entire phrases, they can modify entire clauses. Okay, now they do not change for gender, number, or person, which makes them easy to use. You know, you just take them as you find them in the dictionary and go ahead and use them. Okay, there's actually two groups. There is a group that is open and lexical. Okay, and these are primarily the ones that are derived from adjectives. So the words like slowly, quickly, far, which again can be an adjective just like it is. Slowly, quickly, suddenly. Okay. Remarkably, from remarkable. Okay, and these are open lexical. These are all tied to qualities in the real world, and they can be added, or you can add new ones if you can get enough people to agree on the on the definition. You can eventually get it in the dictionary. Okay, there's also a group that is grammatical, and we've said before, or maybe not, depending on what order you're listening to these, that grammatical words are words that really don't have to do with the real word. They have to do with the mechanics of how the language works. And these are not so open. These have been the same for a very long time. And actually, that's the first time I'm going to up here. Very, too, not, enough. Whatever, quite. Okay, just. And there's others, but it's a fairly small list. And these words have been the same for a long time, and will probably be the same for a long time in the future. A few adverbs are gradable, just like adjectives. So we had it here before. We have far. So he rowed the boat far. He rowed the boat further, or he rowed further, or he rowed furthest. Okay, and so we have a comparative, I think I'm spelling that right, and a superlative. Okay, and there's not too many of those, but there are a few. Okay, so other than that, again, nouns are pretty easy. You don't have to worry about agreement, gender, number, person. You do have to, there's some rules on how you use the words. Very generally comes before the word you're modifying. Enough very often comes after. Very, I can't think of any instance where it comes after the word it's modifying. Okay, not has a very a specific role and very specific rules on how it's used. Okay, but other than that, the forms don't change. Okay, actually, I said that, and not is the one sometimes you'll see, and I'll put just a dash, and you'll have not as N, T. it will get contracted. And we'll show that when we start talking about verbs and verb phrases. Okay? But other than that, I think that just about exhausted. Again, adverbs are very powerful. As a matter of fact, some teachers still warn people not to use adverbs, and that's somewhat of an overreaction. Around the turn of the last century, the 1900s to the 1800s to the 1900s, people really went overboard on adverbs, and so a lot of writers in the middle of the last century, in the middle of the 1900s, kind of rebelled against that and wouldn't use any adverbs, or used adverbs very, very sparsely. Okay, and they're probably both on the extreme. The answer is probably somewhere in the middle. So don't be afraid of using them, but don't go overboard. Okay. So with that, I will stop and go make another video.